Alright, it is 7 a.m. Boarding ends in an hour and a half, hour 20. Time to head out. I'll be there with an hour to spare. Hour before boarding ends, hour and a half before. I ended up getting up a little bit earlier. I woke up several times. I'm leaving a little before planned. Woke up several times, ended up just getting up. But time to head out. I'm gonna take a little bit of recycling with me as I go. There. Be there. Nice and early. Alright. Onward. I'm excited. Should be fun. Back at the airport, locked up. Heading in. Let's do this. This is the central station right there. Some tall, cool buildings. It's a little sad on the road and just cars and whatnot. Like Denmark. Buildings weren't as nice and historic like Edinburgh, but I'm excited now. It's a cool building there. Definitely a city. It'll be fun. The bus ride was like 50 minutes, so not too bad. 10 euros. If I had cash, I could have paid for 5 with a different bus, but it is what it is. Maybe it's time to get some finally. Alright. Just got out of the metro on my way to the hostel now. I need to go this way. I had a little trouble getting my ticket. I ended up getting a paper one instead of using the app because with the paper one you could get a 3-day pass, which is only 12 euros and is and then 1 day is 7, single ride is 2. So I think this is the right option. I'm kind of out 4 kilometers from the city, I think, but metro is pretty good, looks like. I think the thing about the 3-day pass is that you can't do buses. They have a city pass with buses, and then also like museum discounts and whatnot. But I just wanted to get here. I thought I needed cash for a second because I talked to the person, but then the machine let me pay with card instead. And then I was having some trouble because one of the machines wasn't accepting card. But there was a nice guy, made cash only. Get this one, or you can go here, and then you can do card, and this is what you gotta do. Didn't speak English, but he was able to communicate with his pointing and hands and whatnot, and he's very nice, very helpful. He didn't have like a uniform or anything. I don't know if it was under his jacket, but so next up it's almost 1 o'clock. Time to check in, drop my stuff off, and then find some food. I'm gonna eat out a little bit more on this trip, I think, but I did get a place where I could cook, so I will do some too. Alright, oh, there's the metro. There. That was a train, I guess, not a metro. Other cities nearby I could visit. I don't think I will. I only have today and tomorrow here, unless I change my plan and don't spend time in Bergamo on Sunday. We will see. Alright, I'm all checked in. This is my bed here, 2B. Small room, only a 4. This is an upgrade. I'm used to like 12 or so. There's a very nice like room in the middle with, it's like kind of outside-y. I don't know if it's actually exposed, but they have kitchen, they have free breakfast here. It's very nice. I actually have keys this time instead of wooden, or instead of a card. Very like friendly. I don't know the people there. It seems less like an operation, more like a friendly kind of thing. I'm excited. I think this will be a good hostel. They don't actually have lockers in the rooms. They have one locker in the kitchen, which you can use. And I guess I got here early enough so that I have a space, because they don't really have spaces for everybody. But yeah, you can also leave stuff with them. So I'm gonna set my, no, my bed is set up. What is this? A towel? Do you have a towel for me? Damn, look at that. Anyway, this is a good one. Time to get lunch. They have a little common room, they said. Place to get work done. I'll probably take advantage of this. Doesn't look like any games or anything. Oh, a xylophone. Oh, some like physical games, horseshoes or something. I'm curious about these. They had a guitar at Edinburgh. Great idea. Unfortunately, nothing here. This is the outside thing I was talking about. Lovely. Very nice. And then this is the room where breakfast is served. Dining room. And kitchen. Gate for the complex. I have 3 keys. One is for that. I arrive after midnight. It's kind of a trek getting here. Google Maps is acting up and being weird. Finally there. Head back. Know the way now. Looking forward to eating and exploring a little bit today. It got a little more overcast, but the weather's much nicer here than in Denmark or Edinburgh. I'm actually only wearing 1 layer of my jacket. Sun's out. It is gonna be like a little chilly. It's not like, I'm that far south or it's summer. It's like, I don't know, highs of like 6 or 10 or something like that. Fahrenheit, that's like 50 degrees high, low 40. No rain until maybe Monday, so I look out. We'll park there. Fun. Alright, onward. I'm going to La Chisqueteria, something like that. I don't know how to say it. I don't remember exactly what it looks like too. It's a lot of letters, but we'll see. It's cheap and it's got decent reviews. You miss me? Thought it'd be easy to do voiceover here. So this is my lunch. I had a lasagna slice in the bottom right. It was kind of dry. It was with like squash or pumpkin or something like that. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one a lot. And then on the left we have some kale. It was oily and salty and crispy. That was also very good. And then the top right there was a like lentil soup. That was okay. Not the most flavorful. Probably would not get that again. And then also water. I forgot to charge for that. And then the next picture we have like a chocolate tart pie, something like that. Thought I'd get it a little dessert, and that was alright. So here we got the outside of the place, and just some nice looking little shots of streets. On my way to the museum, here's the museum that I went to. This museum, in Milan they do last hour free, and so I saw this one was close and free, and it was about like the history of Italian independence, like French control, Napoleon, and I think like the Austrians and maybe the Spanish or something too, I forget kind of. But it wasn't all in English, and I feel like some of the important parts were not in English, like giving context, and I don't really know much of the history at all. So I learned a bit. It wasn't a complete waste of time, but it was, not the most useful. It was a little dry. Probably wouldn't go again. Some more nice streets. And then here we got a shot of one of the streetcars, which are famed in Milan. Very quaint, nice looking. So I'm at Sforza Castle right now. You can see it in the background. I was gonna try to go to the Ancient Art Museum, but that closed like 10 minutes before I got there, and I wasn't sure. Because a lot of museums like here are open for 4 to 5, right, the last hour before they close. I wasn't sure about that one, but oh well. I'll go to like a gallery or something, I guess. Maybe something tomorrow. I finished up lunch. It was good, cute place. Very nice bathroom. Friggin' nicest bathroom I've ever seen. Put a picture up. And then I went to a museum I thought like a history kind of museum would be my kind of thing. Less so art. Now I'm thinking maybe art museum is kind of what I'm after. But, so I'm gonna try to go to some of those. This one, I felt like I was missing a lot of context because not everything was in English. It was about like 1800s when Italy was like taken over by the French and then the Austrians, which I didn't know about, so I learned that. And then the flag came out of that time, and then Italy united. So I learned some stuff. But it's a lot of focus on people, and I'm not interested in that because there's too many people to learn about. I'm more interested in like the events, the broad events. So I just read that, so I didn't read everything. I read maybe less than half because of that. I just had to go to the bathroom, so that was a little bit distracting. But I don't know, it was about the right amount of time. It took 50 minutes in there. I'm using a little bit of Italian. I don't know anything, but looked up a few phrases. I'm asking for the bathroom and tiny things like thanks and hello in Italian. That's kind of cool. Anyway, now I'm at this castle. There's a ton of museums here, but they're all closed now. So I'm gonna walk around, look at a few things, and then get some gelato, I think. Hit up an art gallery, and then maybe try to find some street art in the neighborhoods that have that. Ciao. So I guess there was actually some occupation by the Spanish before the Austrians and the French. I guess it was Spanish in like 1530 to like early 1700, and then the Austrians for that century, and then French got it right at the end. And there was some restoration work by Luca Beltrami, something like that. Because I guess there's a lot of destruction built up from the 1500s on throughout the whole thing. Some of the towers destroyed and whatnot, and so then they rebuilt that, which I guess was like controversial, but it allowed for the museums and whatnot, and I guess it was a great work regardless to be admired. Alright, well I guess I saw the castle. I guess that's it. I'm now at the park next to it, Parco Sempione, which is a huge one. And I'm just gonna walk around here a little bit. I decided not to get gelato since it's kind of cold. I figure better when it's warmer. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, let's see. It's an interesting castle. It's kind of like underwhelming almost because it's just a square. I guess it used to be like during the time of the French or Spanish or sometime one of those. I don't think Spanish. It was turned into like a star kind of that shape. I don't know what that means because it's still just a square right now. But I think it dates back to like 1300s, and then it was destroyed a bunch, and then Sforza called for a fortification or something, and so then this is built, and that's where I got the name from. And it was expanded sometimes between them. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to walk around and see what is up with the park. Some cool museums. This is one of musical instruments. Maybe I'll go back and check them out. There's a few interesting ones. So we have the Arch of Peace here, which I guess was built under Napoleonic rule because they wanted the street to connect Milan with Paris. And they say it's one of the most important neoclassical monuments or something, with the two tall houses on either side. I'll let you see a little bit of the park here. It's a little samey, it's just trees and grass, but it's interesting appreciating the differences between parks and how ordinary they are. But these are people local go. It seems so ordinary to them, not too different from any you've seen, but it's just a crucial piece of their life here. Something so mundane, take for granted. I always appreciate that. But it's not too different from most. I don't know if it's worth spending too much time here. It's interesting. I almost feel like more at home here than in Copenhagen. I don't know if it's like the fact that the sun was out and the weather's nicer. Maybe It's the fact that I'm like using English more here and like not using another language like Danish. I mean, there's bits of Italian and whatnot. I don't understand it, but I'm relying more on English, like at the signs and whatnot. Maybe I've been keeping my headphones out as a way to like, hear the sounds of the city and whatnot. I'm saying whatnot a lot. Maybe it's not all the life around me. Maybe it's even the cars and the roads. Very LA. I'm not sure. It's just interesting. So I'm in the East Southern neighborhood, looking for street art now. I gotta be really careful with my battery because it's pretty low. But I'm gonna take a look around here and then head back, I think, and get some simple groceries for dinner. Charge up my phone and eat and edit some video and hang out, plan out my next day. It's been good so far. Talked with an old number 1 dog, which is nice. It's been a little bit, but it unfortunately was briefer than hoped. So I'll get some photos of the art here. I'll enjoy it myself, and then I will head back. So I'm at this last one at the end, the south bit of the neighborhood. I found a map, which is very useful, pointing out where to go. It's basically all along one street with a few sticking out branching off. But this one is very cool. It's super long. There's a ton of interesting ones here. I'm assuming all different artists because it's all different styles. But very cool. I'm starting to appreciate art more. Getting to a point in my life where I can. I think. I like the geometric ones, are the ones that are a little bit mashing two random things together. Where not two random things, but two images that kind of have some similarities and overlaying them, not overlaying, but geometric ones, or some of these, this one's crazy. Some of these are so intricate, or shadow and whatnot. Real cool. What the heck is this one? Probably politicians. I don't know. That makes sense.